You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. You all right, all right. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, come on in, come on in. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Y'all know y'all can support your boy by sending me some love, sending me some love by stars. All right, all right. It's me. All right, people. Oh yeah, they coming on in, boy. Breaking news coming on in. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, folks. Breaking news. They coming in tonight. I ain't got to beg y'all to come in tonight. I ain't got to beg y'all to come in tonight. I ain't got to beg y'all to come in tonight. They coming in tonight. Live, uncut, unedited. All right, this is breaking news. This is my 10 o'clock news. Finna be. So, all right. Delisha Fisher, what's up? All right, Candy Apple, I see you. Virginia Beasley, Crystal Red, Xavier Dakes. Oh, somebody, I know somebody got killed already. Yes. Couple of Miss Emma Harris, Raymond, Crystal Marshbanks. All right, Deborah War. All right, and Travis Partee. All right, Sharice Ray. I just saw it on TikTok. What's good? That's right. That's right. That's right. We listen. We ain't got to waste no time. Arnold Coleman. What's going on? What's going on? All right. Don't forget, if you don't have me on YouTube, you can subscribe to my YouTube page. I might get mad at you and block you on Facebook, but you're always welcome to come back on YouTube. You're always welcome. All right. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Martin G. Johnson. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited, people. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. We got a lot to talk about, people. And this is 2023 we living in, people. I'm telling you, racism is real. Y'all know what it is. Racism. Y'all know what is racism. Don't nobody want to believe me, though. I tell them, they don't want to believe me. They think I'm outdated. I'm talking about some yesteryear stuff. That's what they think I'm talking about. Some yesteryear stuff. All right, you can subscribe to my YouTube at Martin G. Johnson. All right, people, this is live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, uncut. Be with you shortly. All right, people. All right. All right, y'all know what time it is. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right, people, let's rock and roll. Curtis Bobo, what's going on? All right, Arnold Coleman, Ray East, Kelly Black. All right, Billy Kinslow. All right, Steven, what's up? Columbus, the God, Reed Lee. All right, Delisha Fisher, K.L. Adams Sr., Tracy Almond. I think I pronounced it. Carolyn Waller, Rose Dorsey, Kennard the DJ, Crystal Marshbanks, Crystal Red. All right. All right. All right, people. This is real. Paul D. Boss, Robert G. Brown, Breonna Taylor, Vicky Gavin. All right. We should be at least at 100 by now. I ain't even got to tell y'all do this. We got to share this video. Let me share this video. This is live, uncut, unedited, people. This is real. This is real. Come on in. Come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. And this is real, people. Y'all don't be believing me. I be trying to educate y'all. This stuff is real. You got people got hate in their heart. Hate. Bad enough we hate on each other, and you got other folks hating on us. Man, it's rough out here. Give a man a break. All right. Give a man a break. I need some callers. Y'all can call in. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Call in, people. Come on, call in. We ready. We ready. Call in. We're going to talk. I'm going to put the thing up and we're going to read it. So those of you that want to come on in, come on in. We got close to 100 people. We got 83 on Facebook and 9 on YouTube. Hey, I can work with that. Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. Come on, people. Yeah, come on. Need some callers, some new callers. We're not gonna do the panel tonight. We're just gonna call in number 872-299-0808 or 872. All right. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right, we're going to pull it up now. We're going to get started, people. We can't wait on y'all. We got to get to rolling. All right. Let's see here. It is rolling, people. All right. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Show on the road. All right. All right. Let's get started. Let's just start reading. Let me read the article. I want to read the article. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go read the article. All right. Lubbock, Texas. I can't tell you where that's at. Probably a little suburb. Larry Pearson. That's just this gentleman name that you see on the screen. You see on his name is Larry. And I'm going to read to you guys. It said a 36-year-old Texas man was sentenced Wednesday to 70 years in prison after he was found guilty on 2 counts of harassment of a public servant for spitting at police officers. Now, notice the wording, spitting at police officers. Larry Pearson, was initially arrested in May 2022 on multiple charges, including harassment of public servant, assault domestic violence, and violation of protective order. Lubbock County Jail records show. That's what it said. According to everything, Lubbock.com, a victim flagged down Lubbock police officer last May and said Pearson hit her several times and had a gun. The weapon turned out to be an airsoft gun. A police report obtained by everything Lubbock.com stated that the victim has multiple visible injuries to her face, which prompt police to detain Pearson. All right. While he was detained in the officers, Pearson started kicking at the doors, according to KETK. 2 officers reportedly opened up the vehicle door to tell Pearson to stop, and that's when he spit at them. KETK reported he spit at them. According to multiple reports, Pearson continued to spit after arriving at Lubbock County Detention Center. During the closing arguments at Pearson trial, Gorman asked the jury to consider sentencing Pearson to a number of years that would send a message to Pearson and society. Everything Lubbock.com reported, Pearson defense attorney Jim Shaw implored the jury to consider that the sentence was for a simple misdemeanor in a circumstance that got out of control. Due to prior convictions, the minimum sentence Pearson could have received was 25 years. You're not going to get 70 years for something like this when you've never been in trouble before. Prosecutor Jessica Gorman said, if you're going to live the life of crime, you're going to do that among other criminals in prison. Y'all heard it for yourself. Y'all heard it for yourself. Y'all heard it for yourself. My God, I need some phone calls. Come on in, people. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right. All right. Come on in. I need some callers. Need some callers. All right. Christiana Marie, I see you. Tracy Williams, I see you. Raven Harris, I see you. Stephen Darkins, I see you. Paul D. Boss, I see you. Crystal Love, I see you again. Nisha Thomas, I see you. I see you. I'm waiting on a call. Vila Dina, all right. I'm waiting on a call, people. Brenda Rogers, I see you. Waiting on a call. Maria McCurry, all right. All right. All right. All right, people, I need a call. Thank you. Kevin Thomas, I see you. So unjust people. Okay. Now, and listen, why is it that, let me just say this. Why is it that when it comes to the courthouse, handing down sentences is always practiced on black folks? Then when black folks say something, the first thing they say that we say he's screaming the race card. That's what they say, the race card. But I got a caller coming in, and caller, we're not going to have a panel. I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes to say what you have to say and get off. We're looking for some new callers too. Looking for some new callers. All right, caller, area code 972. You're live, uncut, unedited. Come on, caller.
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
What's going on, bro?
I'm from Chicago. Nothing much, man.
You from where?
I'm from Chicago, and I'm right there from Chicago.
Okay,
and I live down here in Dallas now.
Okay, come on with it. Talk to us.
And I'm just saying, man, I've been out there to Lubbock, Texas, man, and that was nothing but a pure racial sentencing that they did to that man. They real like that down there in Lubbock, Texas, man. And I can't see nothing going from like a simple misdemeanor all the way to 70 years. Mm-hmm. There's people out here who touch kids that don't get half as that much.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't make me believe that that's nothing outside of a racial sentencing, man.
Mm-hmm. That's straight up race, ain't it, boy? That's too excessive. That's straight up racial motivated. Yeah. She's sending a message to black folks. See, that's a code. That's a code what they're doing. That's coded language. And she spoke to the jury. And I guarantee that jury was predominantly white. I guarantee you that.
Yeah,
sending a message.
In Lubbock, Texas, it's about 80 to 85% white. You have very little black and very little Hispanics out there in Lubbock, Texas. That's an oil field town. And it's a whole lot of white folks out there.
Oh, okay. They got money out there, huh?
There's a little bit of paper out there,
yeah,
you know.
Man, have you ever been in that town?
Yeah, I've been. I worked through there. I was working for a concrete company called Hanson a few years ago, and one of their companies is out there in Lubbock, and I spent the weekend out
there. Somebody said the sentencing doesn't improve. Hold on, let me make sure I get it right. The sentence does nothing to improve a relationship between police and citizens. And they don't listen, just like the Indians had over 4,000 peace treaties with the white man. The white man broke every last one of them. So they don't have no intentions.
Yeah,
I got to tell the truth and shame the devil now.
Tell the truth
Let me be
and
myself
shame
now.
the devil.
Now I got white followers. God bless you, but I got to tell the truth. I got to tell the truth. They still gunning us down, shooting us in the back, and calling it right. So they have no, it's not in their mind to treat us equally. That's how it is, people.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, brother. I want to to say that. So you describe the
Oh,
people.
no, it's all good.
Okay, describe the people down there, man. Is it like a sundown town where if you better get out of there at a certain time of day, if not, you might not get out of there, huh?
They don't call it that out there in Lubbock, man. But you know, it gives you that type of feel. You know, you got places that's out there in Southeast Texas, called Vidor, Texas. Is definitely a sundown town. That other town, Faith, is like that. So they don't call it that, but when you drive through there, you know, you definitely get that feeling. When you go into the gas station, how people look at you, how they halfway want to serve you, you know, stuff like that. It definitely has that feeling. Definitely so.
Wow. They hook brother up, brother, man. We
still living like that. Yeah, that's why I stay in Dallas. Dallas is different. Dallas is more so like a melting pot. You get a lot of different cultures, a lot of different ethnicities, and different things like that. And people get along well here in Dallas. But when you go down to, like I say, Southeast Texas and Southwest Texas, you definitely run into those sundown towns where they straight like that.
Wow. So how you pronounce it?
And they don't hide it.
Why you pronounce it? Lubbock?
Lubbock.
Okay. I'll pronounce it. Lubbock. Okay, Lubbock. Okay. That's the correct pronunciation. Man, I got to do the research on that town. That's what I want to do, the research on it.
Oh, yeah.
So I guarantee you. So you said that.
Do it on that one and Vidor.
Say that again.
Vidor, Vidor.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's pure evil, somebody said. That's what they do to black people. People still, man, this was definitely an unfair verdict against this young man. It wasn't right. It wasn't right. Everybody know that. 70 years. And if you read the word, I don't know if you read the article, it says spit at them. Now, if you read the title, right, the title say he spit on them, but then when you read the article, it said he spit at them. So come on now, come on. 70 years, oh my God. It's the message. The white folks rejoicing tonight. Yeah,
only for a little while. We got appeal processes and truth projects. They may gave him 70 years right now, but I can't see that sticking because it was nonviolent. You know, even though he probably had priors, I can't believe that they're gonna make that 76.
Well, he have to appeal that, man. You know, it ain't gonna, if he don't fight it, it's gonna be there.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to appeal that, man. The white folks ain't gonna volunteer nothing. So they making a statement to you black folks is down there. If you come in our town and commit crime, this is what's going to happen to you. And that's what they saying. Yeah, that's what they saying. That's coded. All right, people, come on, call in. Hold on.
Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389.
All right. Talking about spitting on towards a person in Texas considered an assault. Okay. Them clans down, them clansmen. All right, I need some callers, people. Yeah, Texas.
I appreciate you, Martin.
Okay, thank you, brother, for calling in. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. All right, people, we need some callers. Live, uncut, unedited. Come and comment on this. Thank you, sis. They said most people in Texas are afraid to speak up. Probably so. They said a Wisconsin attorney spit on a kid at the protest. Wow. I remember when they did the 3 strikes and the guy got life for stealing a piece of pizza. Man, they always doing a black person in, and when I tell them, they get mad. You get mad. They're not gonna do one of this. They're gonna make excuse. When white people commit crime, they make excuses. Black people, they're going straight down the middle. They're gonna give them the max time. And that's what y'all black folks, y'all love throwing y'all children to the white man. Love throwing them to him. I need some more callers, people.
Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389.
All right, come on, call in. The number's up on the screen, people. The number's on the screen. The number's on the screen. Lubbock. That's how you pronounce it. Okay, Lubbock. Okay. I tell you. Racist. Racist. Yeah, white people get mental health excuses, and we get the maximum penalty. Shaking my head. That's right. Marilyn Vance, I see you. All right, come on, people. I got a call. I see a caller. All right, old Billy would have had mental health issues, but he's a good kid, so they will look out. They will look the other way. Yes, they will. Bonnie Williams, I see you. All right. Crystal Love, once we stand our ground, these things will stop happening. Yes, we have to stand our ground. All right, I believe that's Marcus. Hey, Marcus, how you doing?
All right.
Your opinion, your thoughts.
They want to send a message to us. And that message is we're still beneath them. We're not equal to them. We're beneath them. And they want to make an example out of us. And Texas is a red state. So bottom line is they want to let us know that at the end of the day, we're still the end and they're still over us. They make the laws, they make the rules. That is ridiculous as hell. Excuse me for cursing on your show. For 70 years, and these kids, these white kids shoot up schools and they make excuses for them. They bought the boy a burger who shot black people in a black church. Shows you what this country thinks of us. And we're always trying to apologize for being black. We're always trying to apologize for being the angry black man. Well, I am the angry black man at what they do to us every day in front of us, not just in Texas, but right here in Chicago. Black people pay more taxes in the state of Illinois than anybody, probably. They take our cars from us. They make laws to take things from us. They don't want us to have anything and would rather give it to other people than to give it to the people who built this country. As I said before in your live, this may sound strange, but should not one black person that's alive in America today have to ever work because our ancestors paid the price already. We should be reaping the benefits.
Man, that is terrible. That is terrible. Marcus, I'm going to have you to hold on, but I'm not ready to do a panel, but I need to go to this next call. Hey, caller 205 area code. Live, uncut, unedited. Hey, caller 205.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
All right, where you calling from, ma'am?
Birmingham, Alabama.
All right, what's your thoughts about this? What is your thoughts?
I think it's terrible if he did not spit on him and spit toward them. I mean, that ain't 3 years.
Yeah. Well, even if he spit on him, even if he spit on him 70 years, come on, murders don't get 70 years. Man, that's just, yeah.
They don't.
So what do you think?
They were white officers, right?
I'm assuming. So what do you think was the motivation of that? To teach them a lesson, to send us a message, or what's your thoughts?
Really, it's both. To teach us a lesson. and to let us know they got all the authority and power.
And see, and these Negroes running around here
They
talking
can do
about,
what they want.
these Negroes around here talking about, I'm a millionaire. Well, you're a millionaire with no power. That's why we have to have power.
That's
why I
right.
tell my people, we have to have power, not just money. We need power to change laws and legislation and make legislation that can benefit us. Negro just happy for a few dollars
Exactly.
in his pocket. Here's a man over you.
That's it.
The man that paid you for you to vote him in the office. Now he finna reverse everything on you. I'm telling you, racism is still real, people. They get mad when I use that black card, but I got to use it.
I know it's real. I know it's real.
Yeah. I see it every day on the news. Every day. Every time I watch the news, it's there.
And he's a young man too.
Young
That's
man.
what they want to. They want to lock all our young men down.
Uh-huh. And black people, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. Don't do the crime, you can't do the time. That's black people. You sound just like white people. They don't say that to theirs, though. They don't say that to theirs. They give it all. He was having some mental health issues. He wasn't a bad kid. I don't know what went wrong. So, man.
And they'll turn around and use that for that little 21-year-old boy.
For spitting.
He's going to have a problem.
Yeah.
That's so sad. I really hate that.
I hate that. And I hopefully he can get have an appeal. You know, but they want to send a message. And like Marcus said, that's a red state.
But see, the main thing they know, we don't have the money
Uh-huh.
to fight it.
Right.
Mhm.
They know.
And we got, like you said, we got some millionaires and billionaires, and they won't even try to reach out and help behind the scenes.
Yeah. Afraid of them white
And we
folks.
need to send a message.
Yeah.
We need to send a message back to them. First of all, we need to unify to send this message. Quit playing their lotteries. Quit going in their stores. Every time a black kid is wrongfully shot by the police, we need to close our accounts out with these white banks. We need to stop doing business with these white organizations, even the entertainment industry. We need to send a strong message that we are not taking this crap no more. We're not going
That's
back.
right. Exactly.
We're going forward.
Mm-hmm.
If we bankrupt them and take food out their mouth, then they'll get the message that we ain't playing. Because God didn't make nobody to be over nobody.
Mm.
They're not God.
Exactly.
They came from us. And they don't want to admit that. They came from us. Jesus was a black man, and it should matter to black people what color he was.
Mm-hmm.
Because they try to make the white folks higher over black people and embed it in their head
Mm-hmm.
that God
Exactly.
is white.
Exactly. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Listen to these words.
We got to show some power with our money when we
Right.
spend our money. And anytime they play the race card against us, let's take food out their kids' mouths.
Mm-hmm. The prosecutor said during the closing arguments at Pearson trial, Gorman asked the jury to consider sentencing Pearson to a number of years that would send a message to Pearson and society. She might as well should have put black society on there. That's what she should have said, but
That's right.
that's what she
right.
should have said. That's coded language.
Exactly.
See, you got to read the racial undertones of here. You have to read. That's why reading is very important. When you hear people say statements like you people, or I don't see color, or war on crime, war on drugs, that means war on black people. Public safety. They talking about black people. See, they have painted the picture of crime to be black. And when you talk about their racism, what they use as a deflection, they say, well, what about black on black crime? What about white on white crime? Why is crime? When did crime become a color? Crime is crime. They never You never hear a white person. I've never heard a white person say white on white crime in the media. I've never heard it. Now, if somebody heard it, let me know and record it. But I've never heard them say that white on white crime. Why is it that they don't never say that? Why? You gotta ask yourself, why is it? They're not gonna say it. Hold on, callers.
They're not gonna say that.
6970. Come on, 6970. 6970. You're live.
Hey,
Uncut.
everybody,
How you doing,
how's it
sis?
going, partner?
All right. Oh, that's my partner. What's up, Vera? What's going on? I didn't even recognize the number. That's my partner. Go ahead, partner.
I know I'm out here in this street. But you know what? I was driving home and listening to you, and I'm hearing a little bit. I'm hearing that someone spit on someone in Texas and got 70 years in prison.
Well, hold on, partner. According to
got locked up for 70.
Oh yeah, hold on, partner. According to the article says it spit on them. Now the title said no. The article said it spit at the officers. Now on the title it said he spitted on the officers. Now his word. See the language. You see the language. Now
Yeah.
that's the language. Now the title says spitting on them. See, let me tell you what the title said. Texas man sentenced to 70 years in prison for spitting on police officers. Now, when you go in the article, it said spitting at them. Let me read it so we get it right. All right, it says a victim in Lubbock. I said Lubbock, that's how you pronounce it. A victim flagged down Lubbock police officer last May and said Pearson hit her several times and had a gun. Okay. Now, here it is. All right, let me get that statement out where they said he spit at him. Okay. Reported I'm just going to read. Okay, here it is. Here it is. 2 officers reportedly opened the vehicle door to Pearson to stop, and that's when he spit at them. KETK reported. Spit at them. You see the language? You got to read the language, people. He spit at them. And anybody know
That's so deep. You know what? Texas.
Go ahead, my sister.
No, I'm sorry. It's a delay, Martin. I didn't want to cut you off. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you good. No, you go. Go.
Okay. But what I was getting ready to say is Texas, when you drive into Texas, because, you know, I'm born in Texas, and my mother and her siblings all grew up in Texas, right?
Right.
So 11 children, all from Texas. And Texas clearly say in driving into Texas, don't mess with Texas. So when we say red state, it's red to the red of the red. And, you know, we know people like Sandra Bland that went to Texas, you know, very smart, intelligent, and rest in peace. No disrespect for bringing her name up. But we see some of the stuff that happens in Texas, and it don't have to make sense. I could literally name a number of cases, my uncle being one, wrongly accused in Texas, in the state of Texas, and spent 10 years in jail for a crime that he did not commit. And not only did he spend years in jail, when he got out of jail through the Innocent Project, they allowed, it was 11 other men that were wrongly accused. One man did 27 years in prison for a crime that he did not commit. They're known as what they call like the 12 disciples. So it was like 12 African-American men that walked out of the prisons in Texas for serving time for crime that they did not commit. So the only thing that I can say as it relates to Texas, and I'm not barking one way or the other, is they clearly tell you when you enter that state, don't mess with us. Okay? Now, does it make it right? Absolutely not. But we always the people saying, why they do us like that? We the ones that's being done. We got our own power, Bert. And we got to stand up in our own power. We got to learn that if we want to take something let me say this the right way, so because I got to be careful with my words. We can't point no finger at nobody else without pointing it back at ourselves. We can't ask nobody to give us justice. We can't ask nobody to give us anything that we already own. We got to know how to take it by force.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say take it by force, how does that start? Well, first of all, it starts for us knowing how to treat each other. We got to know how to love our own people first. I don't care if we start supporting each other. I don't care if Shamika business is not all that, it don't compare to the next race of people's business. Still support Shamika, because we don't get the same cards dealt to us as other people get dealt to them. If that makes sense what I'm saying. However, we not the weakest link, Martin, as a people.
I believe that.
Now I know I'm saying a lot, but because I'm trying to be very careful with my words, because I'm not talking to everybody anyway. But we got to learn that if we gonna get any justice, we got to know how to pull some of those moves like Harriet Tubman did. Learn how to go underground railroads and save our people. We got to learn how to do like Black Wall Street did and support each other. We got to stop thinking that it's okay to constantly fight, kill, and destroy each other, and know that we all we got.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know I said a lot, but again, I'm just coming from my daughter's birthday dinner, and I heard you, and I had it on in the car, and I just wanted to, 70 years for spitting at somebody. Oh, stop playing.
That's in a message. They talking about all lives matter. I can't tell. I can't tell. I can't. I didn't know you was born in Texas, partner. I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm born in Texas. My entire family is from Texas. My mother was, it was 11 of them. And the only reason why she came to Illinois is because she was running away from her abusive husband. Other than that, I would have still been in Texas with the rest of my family. So all of her other siblings, her mother, her father, everybody, they still in Texas to this very day, except for the ones that deceased. But even then, they lived in Texas and they died in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say to you, you got to know your place. You got to know your place. Don't let the record show. When you enter Texas, the first thing they say is don't mess with Texas, and they ain't playing with you.
They sent a message to my man
but
right
at the
here.
end of the day,
They sent a message.
Yep, but at the end of the day, the only thing I can say is we all we got and we all we need.
Mm-hmm. Sent a message. But
thank you, partner. I appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Thank you. All right.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna hang up now. Thank you.
Okay. I'll hang up for you. Okay. 205. Go ahead, 205. Let you say something.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm talking to you.
Gosh. I'm gonna lock him up. Please.
205. Go ahead.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Marcus, go ahead. Marcus.
Well, yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead. Help us out, man.
Black people got to quit turning up at the party and turn up where they need to turn up at, like what they did here in Chicago. We turned up when we voted for Brandon Johnson.
Yes, we did. They talking about black people don't stick together.
So we got to turn up.
That's right.
And bankrupt every time they pull that race card, we got to send these judges a message. You want to play the race card? You want to make an example out of one of us for all of us to see? We're going to take food out of your kids' mouths. We're going to cause you to lose your home that you're in by not spending our dollars in your neighborhood. We're going to spend our money amongst us, even if we have to give up some habits that we have.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to spend our money with us. Because the only way they're going to feel it is to hurt them in their pockets. That's the only way they're going to feel it. They know how to handle violence.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to deal with us when we get violent. But they can't deal with the economic violence when you stop spending money in their stores and take food out of their mouth. They will feel it. It'll go all the way up to that judge.
I mean, this man ain't killed nobody 70 years. I don't care what he's done. 70 years, that's too excessive. Nobody's murdered.
Martin,
Yeah.
the truth be told, some of these cops need to be spit on.
Mm.
I mean, I said that on your live. That's the truth. The truth be told, they need to have some tone in their face. Because they come to work with their little racist agenda, come in our neighborhood and talk to us like we ain't nothing. Talk to grown black men in their 50s and 60s like they ain't nothing. Who these people think they is? And I'm talking, and yeah, I'm angry. Who in the heck do these people think they are?
God.
That they feel that they have a right to be over us.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell are they? Who in the hell gave them power?
Mm-hmm. Let me hear what the young lady had to say. Come on, 205. I know you was trying to come in. 205.
Oh, I wasn't trying to come in.
Oh,
I
okay.
was listening.
Okay, no problem. But listen, people, this is real. Y'all be on here, lock them up and throw away the key when it comes to black folks. Look at the white folk. You think just like them. They never say that when it comes to their own. They have compassion when it comes to their own. We don't. First thing we say, lock them up, throw away the key. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. That's where you hear these Negroes talking. That's where these Negroes talk. Yeah, I'm talking to you. That's where y'all talk. It's one thing being accountable, and it's another thing be sentenced excessive, 70 years, no murder. Come on now, people. That's race played agenda now. Y'all know that. We love to torture each other. Man, I could put up a post about a white person carjacking. They won't say nothing. It'd be hardly no comments. But let me put a brother up there. He a bum. He ought to go get him a job. They all sound just like them white folks when it comes to your own. No compassion. Only way some black people have compassion unless it's their friend or their relative. This is real, people. I'm telling you. Keep walking around here thinking they looking at you as equal. They looking at you as less than. I don't see color, Martin. I'm not like that. But you treat me like that. You're not calling me no Niger, but you treat me like one. That's what you're doing. You're looking at me as I would say labor, not as a human. Get out there and wash my car. Go out there and do the job like I tell you. People, this country have not changed. Slavery still exists. It never ended. It just changed forms. That's all it did. Well, Martin, you said it's the white man's fault. Yeah, Martin, you said it's the white man's fault for everything. It sure is. Yes, it is. For these laws. Why the white man have these type of laws to hold us back? Ask yourself that question. Do they really want to see us prosper in this country? Ask yourself that question. We've been in this country over 400 some years. Do they really want to see us prosper as a group?
No.
No,
That's my point. 1, 2,
they
3.
want
Come.
us to.
I got a new caller, Marcus. Hold on. 1, 2, 3.
What's going on, Martin? Man, I ain't really have much to say about this, man.
Why not?
That's real excessive, man.
Yeah.
I was just reading about it once I seen it about on your post. That don't make no sense, man. 70 years,
The man
that's a lot, man.
The man ain't murdered
Spitting on
nobody.
somebody?
Huh? The man
70 years for spitting on somebody. That's
well,
ridiculous.
now hold on. Now, if you read the article, it said he spit at them in the article. Now, the title of the article say he spit on them. Now, which one is it? You see how it's wordplay? It's wordplay. It's wordplay, man. This is what they do. This is like this is another thing that they do. When a black person have a gun and they see a gun, they start shooting. Now, if you have a gun on you, that's not a death sentence, whether you're a felon or not. Well, Marty, he ain't had no business with the gun, but that don't mean, was the gun pointed at the officer? Was the gun in his waistband? Was the gun under his seat? Was the gun in the trunk? Was the gun in the glove department? What was the gun when the officer shot? You got to ask yourself that question. See, as long as we're ignorant to the law, they can tell us anything. You can't just assume because a white person says something that is law. You have to research. They have a history of lying, cheating, killing, and murdering. They have that history. They have a history of that. The first thing they do when a young black man get killed, they go research his background. They go on his social media page. And they demonize his character. That's what they do. They look for something to justify their barbaric behavior, their savagery behavior toward us. I'm saying that what y'all think. Now, I'm not afraid to say it because they know I know. I know the truth. People, this is real. They tell us to go to school, we go to school. Get married, we get married. Stay out of trouble, we stay out of trouble. And you still mistreat us. Why? Why was the law Jim Crow made? Was it to hold back black people or make us even with white people? Why would you have to come up with a Civil Rights Act? Because of racism. Why cops had to ride around with body cams and dash cams? Why? Because of falsifying, lying on people. Why? Affirmative action. Why did that had to be made, put it in effect? It's because of the savagery behavior, racism. That's why. Go ahead, Marcus.
You're right. Racism. And black people, some black people don't want to admit that racism is alive and well in this country. And we should be angry. We should send that judge a message in Texas nationwide that 70 years is wrong. And this crop of black people ain't taking they BS no more. They need to grow the hell up. The old America is dead. This is a new America. And we're not taking the BS that they put on our forefathers no more. We're willing to die for that. Our young people are fearless. They will fight them to the death. They ain't trying to sing "We Shall Overcome" and all that no more. They're tired of this. They're tired of, if anybody should be thrown in jail for 70 years, it's that stupid judge. She needs to be thrown in jail for 70 years. And her entire offspring need to be thrown in there with her. They're always locking people up. They put animals in cages that should be free. They want to put us in cages. How about they be put in a cage? They the ones who messed up this world. They the ones who created this war and all this savagery and try to put it on our people. Try to say the black race is the worst race on the face of the earth. No, they are. And I'm not a racist. I'm a realist. White folks created this hell on this globe. They will kill their own elderly for the love of money. That's the type of people they are. And some of us want to be like them. Some of us want to marry into their... Oh, give me a break. You see what they think of you? They want to lock you up. They want to lock up your black young men and women and throw away the key. And the ones that they don't want alive, they want to kill. They want to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
These people hate us for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And we shouldn't be angry. They tell us we shouldn't be angry. You can't be an angry black man. Well, what the hell am I supposed to be? When you can't get ahead in this country, you do everything right, and you still cannot get ahead financially in this country. They tell you to go to school to get a degree. You get a degree, and you still are in with a degree. Them, they ain't got no degree. They telling people they need degrees to be a sports photographer when they got kids down there that just come out of high school doing what they telling a black person that they need a degree to do. They're doing it without a degree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These rappers talk about power. You ain't got no power because you don't even control the flow of water that come into your neighborhood that you need to drink. You don't own no bottled water distribution company. So what do you have to offer your people but some lyrics? And the person that's paying you is the white man that's paying you. Yeah, don't make them lyrics about killing your own people. We love that. Turn it up while they're destroying you behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm. I got a new caller, Marcus. Hey, caller, 7708. Hey, caller, live, uncut, unedited.
How we doing, Martin?
All right, what you thinking? What's your thoughts, man?
Hey,
What's your
how's it going?
opinions? All right, let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Well, you know what? I was just calling in to listen, really, but I heard Marcus speaking. I wanted to kind of respond on now, what's the topic, Martin?
Okay, the topic is a Texas man sentenced to 70 years in prison for spitting on the police officer, reports say. Now, according to the article, it says he was spitting at them. Now, which one is it? Go ahead. 70 years.
Well, either way, it don't make no. I mean,
yeah.
How does the crime, quote unquote crime, justify the time? It don't make no sense at all.
Right.
So as a school social worker, I done been spat on, and guess what? I got to brush it off, wash my arm off, and keep it moving. I got to work with them. So how is it that the general population is asked to have more patience and work with other people who are aggressive towards you, but the police have the least amount of tolerance? How do you get time for that? I could see if you had to pay a fine or something like that, but that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. That they could even get away with that. I could see if there were set jail sentences based on certain type of crimes, but it's not like that. 2 people murder, 1 person black, 1 person white, and they doing different sentence lengths. So I don't understand how they could justify a certain length of time. It don't make sense. It's people that committed murder and they get less time than that.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me say something, because this brother Keeper, I don't know. I think he a troll anyway. He don't never call in. Chris Silas, why don't you call in with the puppy face, with the dog face? Call in. First of all, you must then read the article, because the articles say clear as daylight, due to prior convictions, the minimum sentence Pierce could have received was 25 years. How can the minimum sentence is 25 years? That's what it says, due to prior convictions. Since you want to bring up these other violations, 25 years. Say, why don't you call in, Chris, since you know everything? You might be white. I think you are. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, 7708.
Yeah, so I was just saying, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. The sentence don't make any sense. But I wanted to respond to something Marcus had said. I think we contradict ourselves sometimes when we speak. If we understand that we don't have all the power, how can we then poke at black people and say you don't have no power? Well, clearly, like you can't blame people for not, you know what I'm saying, progressing in the system, understanding that the system wasn't built for us. So when we talk about our neighborhoods and when we talk about our condition, we have to understand that it was designed for that, and it's maintained and perpetuated because of that same powerful force. So we can't blame black people, quote unquote, neighborhoods look and the fact that they don't have no power if we understand that we don't have access to, like, I want to respect what you're saying, but it's like a contradiction in what we're saying sometimes. How can we blame black people for that? For not having no power? You see what I'm saying?
Well, let me help it. Let me say this to that. Now, this is what I believe Marcus was saying. When he say power, we mean like resources. We'll say electricity, gas,
right,
food, though we don't have no control over those things. Now, what we do have power over is our minds. And if we get together
right,
as a group, as a body, we can get some things done. A lot of us seek to be millionaires, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. But just being a millionaire in this country is not good enough. We need to be in positions of power and exercising authority where we can make laws, create laws that can help us in a certain kind of way in this country. Laws that, like the Jim Crow laws, certain laws we just need to abolish, throw them out the door, throw them out the window. And the purpose of these laws was because of the mistreatment of the black man and the black woman, the Jim Crow. It was because of black people. Slavery, because of black people. You got the Civil Rights Act. They only made that because of black people. We had to fight to get that. The Fair Housing Act, right? Unemployment Act. These things that we had to fight for, just for basic things to live, just for basic things. Should no man and no woman be denied a place to stay, food on their back, food on their table, and clothes. Now, I'm not saying you got to have Versace and Gucci, all those high price names, but you should have at least the basic need in this country. And that's all I'm saying. And we don't have no power, but we can get power. They're not gonna lay down and give us power. We have to take power. We have to take power.
Right. So to that point, right. See, I see that, but I don't think it's beneficial to point at black people say, well, y'all don't have it, as though we're the ones to blame for that. That's all I'm saying. Like we put ourselves in a position. I think sometimes that seems to be the approach. And I'm not trying to attack Marcus or nothing. I really respect his perspective. Right. But sometimes I just think that we say, well, black people, you don't do this and y'all don't. It's like, well, it's not like it was like when a woman tell you, I carried this baby for 9 months. Well, it's not like I had the choice. Like, and had I had the choice, then okay, you can throw that in my face. But how can you throw something in my face when clearly we know the layout of the land? We know who run it. They had all of these years a head start, 400 some years. You know what I'm saying? And so to point at the fact that the black people don't have no power, I think is just counterproductive. Understanding that it's not like we had a choice, like we just giving it up or saying, well, we don't want it.
Right. Well, let me say this.
Give anyone a 400-year head start.
Go ahead, Marcus.
What I was saying, brother, is these rappers get up here, they rap about power, the money. You can have the money, but if you don't control the flow of water that's coming into your neighborhood, or gas or electricity that's coming into your neighborhood, you do not have any power. They can cut that power off. So if you're constantly talking about the mansions, the cars, the money, that's the illustration of power. But the real power is to control the natural resources that you need to survive. And these so-called people that are racist toward us, they own that. They control those resources. They do not have to drop one bomb in our community. All they have to do is shut off the water supply, shut off the food supply.
But guess what? That makes sense. That makes sense, but I feel like it's an attack towards us at times, because you could say the same thing to Oprah, Bill Cosby, all of our billionaires. They can shut their stuff out too. So it's not just the rappers.
All of them. They talk about power, they money, they get on TV, the BET Awards. How is the BET Awards is showing our success in the entertainment industry and so on, but where is the real power? Where's the real power?
Well,
ComEd might have a black person as the face of ComEd, but we don't own ComEd. We don't own it. Just like Walmart came into our neighborhood, took our money and up and left because they could do that.
Well, when all of this was established, we was to them 3/5 of a person. When all of this stuff got established, so when ComEd and all these companies, when they get to drilling for oil and this and that, you ain't see no black faces around. And so when they established all this, we weren't even considered a full human being. And so it's almost like a victim of a rape asking a rapist for support, asking a rapist to give them some type.
Well,
now that we have these black billionaires and billionaires, Michael Jordan is sponsoring the NASCAR street race here in Chicago. So that brother got money, right? So just think about if he were to redirect that money into buying ComEd or People's Gas. Power. We don't need, we got too many entertainment. We need power. We need control.
Well, of course, but it's not to say we can't celebrate our small feats. I mean, so are you suggesting that people who have made these accomplishments shouldn't celebrate it?
No, I'm not suggesting that it shouldn't be celebrated. I'm suggesting that while we're flaunting our success, and we're flaunting our money in these rap videos and all of that, we also need to educate our youth on what real power is. That's not being discussed.
Right. I think that's a small percentage of what represents the whole black people as a race. I think that's a small, like rappers, I think it's a small sample size. They don't represent all of us. I think that's just a small sample size to try to, to make that claim on. When there's a lot of us, it's like I said, Oprah, she's a billionaire. She don't run nothing.
On a beer brewery. Now, within that beer brewery, a lot of people got mad that Jesse Jackson bought it, but they can hire black people to work there and create jobs. It is a beer brewery. It's a step. I'm not saying that they represent all of them, but I'm saying that we get up here, we brag about our money. Some of our black people do. When they get rich, we brag about our cars, our mansions, our money. All I'm saying is, brother, look at it like this. Where's the real power? Yeah, you can celebrate your success. White folks do it too. You should celebrate your success. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but look at the real power. The dynasty.
Right. But it almost sounds like you blaming them for not like.
We can own it if we come together as a people.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me just say this.
You think they're gonna let up that easy?
No, I want to say this too.
They're not gonna let us, but we can fight. We come this far. We came through the Jim Crow era. We're not going in the back doors of restaurants and being served. We're not drinking off of separate water fountains. We're drinking off the same water fountain. Everybody can go to Millennium Park and not be told that you can't come to Millennium Park because you're black. We broke down those barriers. We got to continue to break down barriers from owning oil fields to whatever. We can do it if we put our minds to it.
Let me just say.
Well, what's the roadmap? What does the pathway look like to own the oil field?
What is the roadmap?
Yeah, how do you go up like give us some game? How do you go about doing it?
How do you go about doing it? I don't know how you go about doing it.
Yes,
I'm being honest too. But I know if we come together as a people and put our dollars where it should be.
See, we got to do better than that. We have to have a plan. We can't just say we need to have power and we don't got no plan on how to get it. You see what I'm saying?
Well, let me say something, guys. Let me just say something. Individual success, we have a lot of individual success stories, but I'm talking about as a group. That's the stories that I want to hear about as a group. As a group, I would love to hear it say, as black people, we own the water supply, or we own the electricity, or we own the gas, or we own this. We control this. We control the food supply. So I would love to hear that being said. But a lot of us, we become millionaires, billionaires, and okay, that's individual success. How is it benefiting the group? It's really not benefiting the group. It's individual. It's good that you got black billionaires and millionaires, but what can they do for the group? And the only reason why our money don't stay in the community is because we don't own nothing in the community, as far as business-wise. So the money would never stay in the community. If we don't own our own banks, our own schools, our own grocery stores, our own cleaners, our own lounges, our own restaurants, our own grocery stores, it could never stay in the community. We will always give this money. As soon as the money touches our hand, we have to give it right back out. If we to the grocery store, we don't own the grocery store. We got to give it to the ComEd. We don't own ComEd. We got to give it to the gas man. We don't own that. The fuel man. We don't own that. The gas stations, the cleaners. We don't own that. The theater, we don't own that. The concert venues, we don't own that. The sports, entertainment, we don't own that. So our money is always designed to leave our hands when we get it, not to stay in our possession. Because some of these things we don't have to do, we like doing them. We don't have to go to a baseball game. We don't have to go to a basketball game. We don't have to go to certain gas stations, but we need gas if we're going to drive. Now, if you're not driving, you're not buying no gas. So these are things that we need to consider. We have to, instead of being consumers, we need to be owners and producers. We're not producing anything. That's why we're overlooked. We're not producing anything in this country. We're running our mouths. And let me say something about the trash. Now, I'll say this. We can't blame that trash game on the white folks, because we can come out outside and pick up the trash, throw it in the garbage. We can rake our yards. We can cut our own grass. That's something that we can do. Anything that's left unprotected will be taken away. Now, if you're driving a car and you decide not to put insurance on it, you decide to take that insurance money and go to the gambling boat, you can't blame that on the white man. That's your responsibility. Some things that we can control, let us keep power over that. And that's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Those things that we can control.
To add on to that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just to add on to that, I like exactly what you said. And so something we can do, so I was asking Marcus for like a roadmap. I've seen people put these solar panels on their houses. You know what I mean? They cutting off the electric companies, the gas companies all together. I've seen people grow a garden. They don't have to have a whole farm. They got something in their backyard. If they live in an apartment, they got plants in there, get spices and things like that. Like, it's things we could do to where we can have power over ourselves, over our minds, over our household, so we can at least be self-sustainable. To take over a whole oil company, I think is a big leap, especially if we ain't get no plan, and especially if it's not for sale. But you can learn how to farm and learn how to fish and learn how to get some solar panels and be self-sufficient. And I think those are steps. Okay, if I can't control this, I'm at least control myself. And I can control where I stay for the most part, as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they're always selling shares in companies and stock. You can buy stock.
A share, unless you get at least more than 51% a share, you don't have no real sway in decision making. You're not sitting at that table.
Well, that's a step toward working toward that table. Like I said, I don't have all the answers. I have a suggestion.
Right.
All right, a suggestion. Right. Another thing, you talk about solar panels. People who own property can get those solar panels. But let's talk about the people who pay rent in these apartments, in these houses, that can't make that decision. They have to go through the owner. What if the owner don't want the solar panels? So the renter still has to pay a utility bill. Solar is much cheaper. Until they do something, until they fix that situation. And I'm quite sure everybody will be going solar.
Now, I've seen this on social media that it's an African guy. I don't know if he's in South Africa. I believe it's South Africa. He discovered where you could watch TV without a plug or a lot of little things. Great invention. It works perfect. So that's a great invention there. Great invention. So we're learning. We have to do things as a group. We're more powerful when we do things as a group and as far as individual. Now, one person call himself trying to fight racism, you get crushed. You're like a mosquito, an elephant and a mosquito. You'll get crushed. Now you take a nest of mosquitoes, you might can do some damage on an elephant. But one mosquito, no. So
you just said something profound. Let's add the bee to the equation. If you attack that beehive, all I'm coming at you.
That's it. That's the same. That's the mentality we should have.
And they're gonna take you back.
That's the mentality we should have. We should be just like the bees. When you attack one, the whole hive come after you. And that's how it should be. But as long as we get into this classism, I'm better than you, you rich, I'm middle class, you poor, you working class, man, we're done. They got us divided, man. There's no power in division. There's only power in unity. Again, there's no power in division. A house that's divided against itself will not stand. That's like a husband and a wife living together, trying to work together, and they at each other's throat. It's just a matter of time that house is going to cave in, if I may use them terms. It's going to be over with. That marriage. It's going to be a separation. It's going to be a divorce, and it's over. A house that's divided against itself will not stand. But a house that's unified is full of power and love and ideas. I tell you. Now, if you think for one moment, in one of my panels, that every black person that's going to get on board, that's not going to happen. Again, I say if enough of us can stick together. Now, I don't know if that's 70%, 80%. I can't give you that number. But if we can stick together, we can get some things done. Jesus proved it well. He used 12 disciples to shake the world up. 12 disciples. And one of them was a devil. They had to replace him. So that goes to show you the power into unity. You put two women together that been abused and hurt, and they turn their life around. They are a support system to each other. They're gaining power from each other. That's what's going to happen. The scripture said, iron sharpens iron, people. Why you think that every black person that lives in urban areas all across this country can identify with each other? Even other parts of the world. We all have the same problem. Number one problem, racism. 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 Drug problem. Gang problem. Prostitute problem. Failing schools. Crooked politicians. Crooked pastors. We all have the same standing in front of liquor stores, selling drugs. You can go to Memphis, you can go to Jackson, Baltimore, where a lot of black people are. You see some of the same problems, and that's not on coincidence. It's real, people.
It sounds like it's by design, to be honest with
It
you.
is
It
by
sounds more
design.
so like it's by design.
It is by design. But by them having power, listen, give you an example. If you put two starving lions in the cage together, what's going to happen? They're going to kill each other. They're going to go at each other. So if I take the resources from these black communities, we'll give them just enough where they can fight for each other. Because that's a man's and a woman's natural instinct to fight, to get what they need. So that's how it works. So if I put just enough, okay, would you say in order for a community to thrive, they need their own bank, their own school, their own grocery store, their own library, their own everything. But as long as we don't allow them to have those things, they will always be dependent on us, and we control them, and we pin the woman against the man. One thing about the black community, if we don't start marrying people and start linking up the way we're supposed to link up, our race is going to be doomed. It's doomed already. It's going to be doomed. You got our young people, they don't know if they like boy or girl. Yeah, I said it. They don't know what gender they want to be. And, God ain't make but two genders, a male and a female. That's it. There's nothing in between. It's male or female, man or woman. They didn't confuse our young people. Young people, we need to get on board with the older people. There's a divide. Young people, you're not smarter than the older people. And the older people are not physically stronger than the younger people. There's two things that we can't have at the same time. I've always told you that. That's youth and experience. One has to be lacking the other. That's it. People, as long as we're divided, we're nothing. But when we're united, we're powerful. Look at what we did here in the city of Chicago. A white man, he pinned us against each other. He took some key Negroes and promised them and gave them money. If you do this for me, I'll do this for you. I need the black man vote, the black woman vote. But we wasn't buying it. Brandon Johnson won every black ward 70 to 80% of votes. So that shows you that black people, we can and we should stick together to get things done. Now, don't get me wrong. It wasn't just only the black vote that got Brandon Johnson in. They had some whites and Latinos, but I want to say he had the majority of blacks. So I'm telling you, we don't have to always electric slide and do all these parties, worldly things. We can get things done in the community if we stick together. We have to find a way to punish this system. Like Marcus said, when the bee is attacked, one bee attacked, the whole hive should come after you. And that's how it should be. We should not be making no excuse. Well, what did he do? He shouldn't have spit on officers. He shouldn't have had the air gun. That punishment is too excessive. Shouldn't have been no more than 25 years, according to the law of the land. So we have to quit making excuse for this white society. You know white people do not like black people like that. You know it. I'm calling it what it is. Because if listen, we've been over here 400 some years, and we still being treated the same way. Now, all those people that went to Africa and brought our ancestors over here and made them slaves, they're dead. Who we're dealing with now? That same spirit, their children, that claim that, hey, we never had slaves. That's what they tell us. I've never owned a slave. But guess what? You're enjoying the fruits and labors of your white forefathers. You're enjoying the wealth. Imagine somebody worked for you for 400 years for free. What would you be? That's centuries of wealth. Not generations, centuries of wealth. Slavery is not physical. It's psychological. It's mental right now. It's mental. They're not whipping us with whips. They're not as much, but they're still doing it, hanging us from trees. They're still doing it, but it's not as much. Here and there a little bit. But they're hanging us in the courthouse. They lynching us in the courthouse. They lynching us when it comes to getting credit, buying a home, getting a business loan, education. When it comes to health and wellness. People, we've always had the bottom of everything in this country. The bottom of everything. Their scraps. We have to fight for their scraps. I got to go, people. Thank y'all for tuning in. I got to do a drive in the morning, hit out of town for a minute. And that's all I had to say, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is a learning moment. And hopefully we get it together as a group. We need a group. People doing, we need group, not individual. We need a group. We know we can stick together. We voted for President Obama. We voted for Brandon Johnson. Listen, the civil rights movement got established by black folks, black pastors. We can stick together to get things done. So don't say black people can't stick together. Yes, we can stick together when it benefits all of us. All right, people. Thank you guys for tuning in. You already know what it is. It's live.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited.
This is where we
tell the truth and shame the devil.
Now, I don't know about you, Marcus, but
I love being black.
that's me.